Good day to you and welcome. Today I'm here to show you whether you can play Dark Souls 3 on a laptop with 940M. It's important to state right away that the lag you see is actually not in-game, but this is due to a recording software actually having lower priority than Dark Souls 3. And the average frame rate of Dark Souls with recording or inside a recording is like 15. However, in game, even with recording, I didn't went down under 22. And the funny thing is that recording or no recording, it doesn't really matter. So my specs are Intel Core i5 6200U, which is an ultrabook one. There's 8 gigs of memory clocked at 800 megahertz, which is the lowest you can get right now, but well, it's a stock, so I can't really do anything with it for, let's say, 1.5 years before, breaking warranty. Then there is 940M nVidia graphics with 2 gigs of memory and stock 200 RPM hard drive. There is no, if I had SSD it would have been probably better. If there were faster RAMs it would have been better, or stronger processor would actually make a lot of difference. But from my experience with this setup, I didn't really have any major trouble. Usually it's around 28 FPS, sometimes it drops down to 26, but it's still playable actually, it's not that bad. It's not gonna be great for PvP, but if you're a PvE person, then, well, it could suit you well. Sometimes in some areas I had drops to 22 and even 18, but 18 was for really short periods, and 22 in areas with a lot of smoke or particle effects. It's interesting that the smoke boss or the cloud boss, Nameless King, actually had like 30 FPS there. It was the best optimized area in the game, even though there was so much smoke. But if you have that little smoke, like, I don't know how to put it, it's gonna tank a lot. And I haven't found a way to actually turn it off, because I remember that in Fallout 4, turning off the smoke in interiors actually bought me like 10 FPS. And if anyone finds a way to turn off smoke in Dark Souls 3, or that small little smoky thing, then, well, just turn it off and you might actually get above 30 very easily. As I said, I didn't have any trouble with it. It runs well. If you get used to that little lag, like 2 FPS missing and sometimes 5 FPS, then you can play pretty well. But if you have a budget laptop, you're probably used to it. And this is like 600 bucks laptop. Yeah, probably 650. So once again, specs are Intel Core i5 6200U and nVidia GeForce 9940M with 8 gigs of memory clocked at 800 megahertz and standard 5200 RPM hard drive. Also, settings are set to low with exception of shaders at medium and texture quality at high, or I think this is the highest you can get. Well, it's playable. So if you were not sure whether you can get it, whether you can get it to run, go and buy it, get it if you want to, you can.